welcome. Today we are taking a look at CS2 Case market. I'll try to split the market into a few parts and pick or highlight the cases in each part or each category that are the best in my opinion or the ones that I like the most. We'll be using page CS Stonks, which is quite a new page and allows us to see what are the estimates of dropped cases, unboxed, and what is the remaining population of each of the cases. As you can see, some of the cases are not really working here because the data for them are not available or not working well. It's armory cases, operation cases, and some of the older cases. So we will hide this one and continue with the remaining, but I might comment on some of the other ones as well. The page was made by, or I think is made by a YouTuber named Kroza, if I didn't butcher his name, and link for the page as well as his YouTube channel will be down in the description. Starting us off is the current trend of the gallery case versus the fracture case. As both of them, or fracture case has been now discontinued just a few days ago, and gallery case is supposed to follow just in shortly, let's say, but I'm estimating it to be probably in 2 weeks on the 1-year anniversary of the armory. When we look at the cases, the gallery case have the cookery knives, just as the kilowatt case, and the skins are not that great. The Vaporwave is really good, I think. Same with the Neo Noir UMP, but the Gold Tooth is quite decent, and the rest is kinda meh, nothing super good. A lot of these skins are just not that interesting. On the other hand, Fracture Case has like some really good skins with the Decal Print stream. This whole collection is really popular and should be a good investment. And Legion of Anubis, which is like super good looking, low budget, affordable skin. It has also some other decent skins like the Glock Vogue, for example, with the eyes looking quite decent. And some of the lower tier skins are not looking bad at all. It is also sharing the knives with Shutterweb case, so it is the more affordable option how to get these new knives with the OG finishes. It's through the fracture case, as the Shutterweb is like $7 or something. But when we look at the before mentioned page, we can see that if we take a look at the fracture case right here, the remaining estimated population is over 200 million, which means that it's incredibly high. One of the, if I sort by the highest supply, is the second highest supply after clutch case, which will be a big problem with this case going forward. As we can take a look at the price trend of it, it jumped up after the discontinuation of the case and is pretty much holding this price right now. I think it will go slightly down. It probably won't go down to these levels again, but I think it will go down a bit from the levels it is on right now. And I would be looking to buy into this case after that. On the other hand, the gallery cases is probably in the best position, or its cheapest right now, as it will be discontinued shortly. We saw it jump when it was announced that it's going to be removed, but now it's slowly going down. So I think the next 2 weeks are the best opportunity to buy these cases, and I'll be doing so. The next, let's say, category we are going to take a look on the actively dropping cases, which currently contains, in my opinion, 4 cases, because I don't count the Seals Genesis terminal into it, as it's not really a case. And so we have these 4 cases: the Kilowatt, Revolution, Recall, and Dreams and Nightmares. Out of these, the Dreams and Nightmares was the first one to be added right now, but it is like one of the best moneymakers. It has the good knives, it has the emeralds, it has the all of the butterflies. So it's I don't see it here. It's okay. It's one of the best cases, most popular, opened a ton. When we take a look at it here, we can see that it's been 150 millions of those opened, which is quite a high number. And if we take a look here, you can see it's the second most open after fever cases, which is much more easily accessible, with its price point being the highest we've ever seen for actively shipping case. This is a really good case, but I don't see it living anytime soon because it makes a lot of money for Valve. It's opened a lot, so I think it will be staying for a bit more. And the most interesting out of these, based on the supply, is the kilowatt case, with only 7.5 million of estimated supply. The problem is it is the last one that's been added into the collection just 1.5 years ago. So it's probably will be one of the latest to leave. Therefore, I don't think this is a good one to invest. On the other hand, I would be looking into the recall case. As you can see, it's the cheapest case. It's overall the cheapest case on the whole market. And the remaining population is not that big. So if they would remove it sometime in the future, even though I think it was going to take at least a few months, maybe a year, then it would increase in price quite quickly. But I don't plan to invest into it now, just a thing to keep in mind. The next category of cases are these, let's say, cheaper rare cases, starting with something like the snakebite and going all the way to the shadow case, let's say. And this is like one of the most interesting categories of cases to invest in. There's a lot of good cases here, in my opinion, with for example, the Prisma case 1 and 2. Both of them are really good cases. They have the amazing knives with these talon knives, as well as stiletto knives in the really good finishes, whether it's Dopplers, it's Marble Fates, it's Tiger Tooths. So they will be really popular because of that. And deciding between them is pretty much which skins do you prefer the more. I think the A4 Emperor is better than both of these skins in Prisma 2. And as we can see here, the Prisma one has a remaining supply estimate quite lower than the Prisma 2, and is usually cheaper. This uses prices from Upin. We can switch to Steam and see if it's the same thing, but yeah, they usually move together. But the Prisma is currently the cheaper one, and with a lower supply, I think it's the better one, but it's up to you which one out of these do you prefer. Another case in this category is the CS2 Case, sitting right in between of them when it comes to price, and it has the remaining population of only 50 or something over 50 millions. When we take a look at the case, it is the only case with the classic knives, and it has some really nice skins as the Obwildfire, the FAMAS, as well as the MP9 are all really nice skins. Even some of the lower tier skins are quite good looking in my opinion. So I think this case will be going quite strong, even if we take a look at the opening numbers of these. The CS20 is sitting at the lower portions, but I think it's not a big problem, and I think this case will grow, especially in the long run. A popular case that often gets mentioned in these discussions or videos is the Danger Zone case. But as we can see here, it's one of the cases from the rare drop pool that has the highest supply. What's going on for this case is that it has some really nice skins. That's the AK Asimov, it has the Op Neonor, even the Mecha Industries Deagle is quite a decent skin, and it has nice range of knives with the Talon knives and the Stiletto knives in the OG finishes, which are shared with the Horizon case. The Horizon case, while being slightly more expensive, is in my opinion much better choice because of the skins. The neon Rider as well as Code Red are amazing skins. Nightmare is really good skins as well. And even some of these low tier skins like the CZ, even though it's not used much right now, or the other skins here, often going into the green, are quite unique and quite good looking. And this case doesn't have that big of supply, only 26 million, which is much lower. But we can see that the cases with the similar knife types are often moving together. Even through all this, I think the Horizon case is much better investment than the Danger Zone. I think these are all a bit overinvested, and the supply is really big, and it will take a long time until these go down. And I would definitely go with the Horizon case here. The last case in the list of the cheaper cases I'm going to talk about is the Falchion case, which can be kind of quite a surprise, as it only has the Falchion knives that are not that good. It's the OG Falchion knives, and this is the only way how you can get them. So it's not all that bad. And when we take a look at the skins, like a lot of these, at least for me, are like some classic really good skins, whether it's the reds or the classified. So it has some really good fundamentals in the skin department, and the supply estimated, I'm not sure how correct these are, but I find them quite realistic. It's super low. Therefore, this case is looking really good in my opinion. The next category of cases we are going to move on to are these more expensive rare cases. In this, we'll be taking a look at everything from Spectrum, starting at like over $3 to the glove case. I'll start off with the glove case, which I think is currently kind of high, and I've been investing into it. I don't see it growing like doing like a 2x or 3x in the next few years. I think it will be growing, but very slowly. The supply is quite high. It's one of the higher ones in this list. And yeah, while the gloves are a really good drive, the rest is not that interesting, and I think the price is really, really high. The cases I will be focusing on here are especially the Operation Phoenix weapon case, which has really low supply, and it has some nice skins with the Op Asimov and the AK Redline, and even some other of these skins are like absolute classics that been very popular, still are quite popular. So I think because of this, it's good reason to invest into it. It has low supply, it has some good play skins. Problem with this case is that it have the knives that are shared among many other old cases. So the knives are not a big drive of it. It's the skin, it's the AK and it's the op mostly. The next case in this category is the Breakout case. This has some absolute classics with the Cyrex, Water Elementor, P90 Asimov, even the Deagle Conspiracy, and it's the sole holder of these butterfly knives. So you cannot get butterfly knives with these OG finishes anywhere else, especially the Fate, with the Mango Fate prices being like crazy high. High is a really, really good drive for this case, but there are some other good finishes as well. Therefore, I think this case will be going strong in the future. And if we take a look at it here, we can see that the supply is still quite large and the prices are getting high, but I think it can definitely go, and it definitely will go higher just because of the knives, if nothing else. As we can see, the Chroma case here, it has a really low supply, and if we take a look at the skins, some absolute bangers, classic skins as well. Manowar, Chatterbox, the Dragon King. It has these really good knives. It's the OG knives in the best finishes, with the Dopplers, with the Tiger Tooths, with the Marble Fates. The problem is that it's sharing these knives with the other Chroma cases, which have much higher supply. Therefore, I don't see it climbing as high as it could, because the other Chroma cases will be holding it back as they are usually climbing together. The Gamma cases, I don't have any of them open here, but I'll do so quickly. For example, the Gamma one, are not bad for investing. They have some interesting skin. They have the OG knives in the new finishes, which is really nice for them, especially with the gamma dopplers and potential for the emerald. Their prices will be slowly going up. Their problem is that they have quite a large supply, both of them, so the increase will be slower than it could be. That's everything from me for this category, and now we'll take a look at the operation cases. Mostly I'll be speaking about these four: the Riptide, Broken Fang, Shatterweb, and Hydra. And out of these four, I think that the Broken Fang is the best case to invest right now. I think the print stream, the M4 print stream, will carry this case a long way. There are some other good skins like the Glock Neon or the cybersecurity. Even the monster mashup is quite popular, but I think it will be the M4 that will be carrying this case, and it being the cheapest case out of these four. Or, okay, sorry, my bad. The second cheapest, the Shredder is cheapest than this. It's still at quite reasonable price point, even though it's been climbing quite quickly, at least compared to the other cases over the past few months. I think this will be the strongest case out of the bunch. The other decent case out of these is Reptide, which is sharing it in with, or its knife with Dreams and Nightmares. So the knives won't be big drive here, but it has some really nice blade skins, whether it's the AK, Ocean Drive, Spider Lily, Black Lotus for the USP also being nice. Overall, these are some really good skins, and I think this case also has some growth potential. Overall, the operation cases are quite a safe investment. Their supply can never increase, so they will be nearly never going down. If they go down, it's probably the whole market, or at least the whole case market going down. So they are one of the safest cases to invest into. And I'll be coming back to Fever case because I forgot to mention it with the actively dropping cases, even though it's not actively dropping, but it's part of the armory and it can still be actively redeemed. We don't know if it's going to leave anytime soon, but once it does, it will be absolute moneymaker. It has good skins with the op. It has some of the best knives, or the new knives with the best finishes. So it will be it is really popular to open right now, and I think it will stay this way even after the case gets removed. We will see if we can get these knives in some other cases as well. It's possible they will be added into other cases because they are so far in only the Fever case. But this is your way how to get your Rubies, your Sapphire, or Black Pearls for the skeleton, for example, but also the other of the new knives. And therefore, I think it's a really good case. Problem is, it makes Valve a lot of money, so it will probably take a long time before it gets removed. But I'll start buying some of them if I can find them for cheap prices, if they get a bit down again, because now they are up because of the armory items removal announcement. But once the prices go down and I can get them for around the same price you get the 2 stars, I'll be doing so, because once this case gets removed, with its opening numbers being so high, as we can see, it's the most open cases pretty much every month since it was released. I think the stock will be much, or the supplies will not be as high, and I think it will be absolute moneymaker once it gets discontinued. Okay, that's everything from me now. It was kind of a longer video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what are your favorite cases, what you're investing into, and I'll see you in the next one.